guess Billy Joe Armstrong kind of stepped in it over the weekend. Green Day was doing a show in London. Billy Joe Armstrong said he's renouncing his American citizenship in the wake of the encroaching white nationalist theocracy that some people are trying to make this country. Kind of backfired, though, because they're like, you live in California where you don't really have that much to worry about. You don't live in Mississippi. You live in California. You're not going to move to the UK where, things are a little different.
America, I'm renouncing my citizenship. I just have too much stupid in the world to go back to that miserable excuse for a country.
I mean, I guess that's how you get people worked up overseas is, F America and whatever. And obviously there's certainly plenty of reasons to come to that conclusion, maybe. But
there's plenty of musicians that have, maybe they haven't said it, but, they'll do the British accent. Madonna, right? When she got her, all of a sudden had a British accent after living in England for a few years.
Yeah.
So, there's other ways to do it.
Speaking of which, my wife and your ex-wife are on their way as we speak to the Dixie Chicks.
The Chicks.
At Blossom tonight. The Chicks. And remember almost 20 years ago when they got in trouble in London because they said that they were ashamed that George Bush was from Texas. This was in the run-up to the invasion of Iraq, which, of course, we found out later was based completely on falsehoods. But at the time, the Dixie Chicks, now the Chicks, got into a whole bunch of trouble. They stepped in it. You just got to wait for time to prove you correct, really. But at that time. So I don't know.
Well,
I guess that's like
that country audience is so open-minded about other people's opinions.
Well, that too.
It's weird
yes.
that would happen.
Yes, that too. It is very, very strange because, they are very open-minded.
If I can just have a woe is me moment for 1 second.
For 1 second?
Yeah. On this show.
Well, you used it for today.
Yeah, I've been using it for today. Okay.
Go
I'm
ahead.
too liberal for my family. I feel like I don't like the same things you guys like. So I get poked and prodded no matter where I am.
Oh, yeah. Just everyone's always coming
music
after
here.
Mary. I'm not coming after you.
Wait, who's coming after you? I'm talking about the Dixie Chicks.
Bill, where he's like, oh, country fans are so open-minded. Not all of us are like that.
Right, but there's
He didn't
enough.
say that, but there's enough where the stereotypes don't fall out of thin air. You know
Right.
what I mean?
There's enough that, I'm sure the Chicks will say something about Roe v. Wade because they've kind of cultivated a more open-minded segment of country music fans. But I doubt Luke Bryan's going on stage and be like, this Roe v. Wade getting overturned is bullcrap.
If you want to donate to Planned Parenthood, just text Luke to 45216. Yeah. So who knows? I'm sure that
There
they'll,
are a lot of open-minded people. Gwen likes it. My ex-wife is very open-minded. But there is
It's a smaller percentage.
It's a much smaller
Well,
percentage.
I'm trying to explain these not this with the Dixie Chicks, part of the thing to my brothers. I said something over the course, we were arguing about politics because we always are. And I said something about hating lazy, entitled people. And my brother's like, how the hell are you a Democrat? That's all Democrats. And I'm like, I don't know a single lazy, entitled Democrat. All of my friends who are liberal are very hardworking. They just believe in equal rights. So we're going back and forth, and my brothers
There's
are
more
like,
people in red states on welfare than anywhere else.
my brothers are like, if you were a man, you'd be the hardest conservative there was, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I can't win.
Not true.
not
It might make you
Democrats
feel
aren't
better to
this.
think that,
Yeah.
but yeah, right. No, listen, and also even within the country genre, though, each artist will get their audience.
It's a different audience.
You're
yeah.
going to get a different audience there or at like a Maren Morris show or something than you would at, Kenny Chesney or...
Did you guys talk about Toby Keith getting cancer?
I think as an aside, I might have mentioned it.
Yeah,
What,
it's
do you
really
get prostate
sad.
cancer or something? Yeah.
Pancreatic or prostate? One of the P's, I think. But yeah, I found out about it last week while we were on vacation. That bummed me out big time, man. I don't know if he's going to die or not, but sad. No more songs like Red Solo Cup? Come on. Masterpiece.
Well, he might be okay. He might be fine.
Yeah, it's just a bummer.
Yeah. He's got that song, I Love This Bar, Enema. Hey, Kenny.
Hello.
Kenny! What's going on?
Hey. First off, my prayers and condolences to you and your family.
I
Thanks,
appreciate
man.
that.
For you.
I'm a semi driver, and I
Does that mean you drive part-time or?
little time over the road.
Oh, all right, good.
Yeah. I deliver garage doors all over the United States.
Be a full driver.
Hey,
now.
then I should ask you, Kenny, because my understanding for quite some time, unless the supply chain is easing up, is that garage doors there were all these houses that were ready to go, except they couldn't get garage doors. Is that still the case, or are you part of the solution?
If you call up a garage door dealer right now, you're looking 6, 8, 10 weeks before they deliver it to you.
Oh, that sounds better than what I was hearing. I was hearing for a while it was a matter of months.
Oh, yeah.
Contractors would tell you that
gotten
garage doors were the most difficult thing to get for new home construction.
Yeah, and when the pandemic hit, we even had letters that we could show to the troopers saying that we were essential drivers. Got to get those garage doors through.
Yeah, right. Otherwise, people's homes are unprotected, officer. People could just walk right in and out of those garage bays, and no one's the wiser. That's right.
Yeah. So, but hey, I wanted to throw this at you. My dad was a businessman his whole life, worked downtown Cleveland, and they purchased their plots in Lakeview Cemetery, and they were not side by side. They were stacked. And my dad, trying to be the funny guy, he said, "I don't care who goes first. I want your mom on top."
Yeah, that's how you do it. I want your mom where she always liked it, right on top.
That's cool that he was a businessman his whole life. I always love the idea of a small child just out there doing it.
Like Boss
Making
Baby.
sales, closing deals.
That's right. Boss Baby was a
Reading the
documentary.
fine print.
Uh-huh.
That was him.
All right, good. May he rest in peace.
All right.
Thank you, Kenny. I appreciate the call. It's Kenny out in Menor. Oh, boy.
Yeah, boy.
Yep.
Went to a wedding reception on Friday, and that was a very...
Oh, good for you.
Leslie, who calls into the show from time to time, is her, they got married back in October, but the reception was this past Friday, and so that was just real nice. They put on a great, real nice and lots of alcohol, which is always good. Great food. But
you were invited to the wedding.
Yeah. We're pals. And at one point during the night, it was in this campground, so they had this reception hall.
You love camping.
I mean, I didn't have to camp, so that was I also hate camping.
Were you mad that it was outdoors at all?
No, it was inside.
Oh,
but then when you go outside, they also had there was a playground, and then there was an arcade. Mm-hmm. And our friend Laura Wimbles was there with her boyfriend, and we all went over to the arcade and got stickers and a bunch of temporary tattoos, and we were putting them all over our bodies.
Wait, there was an arcade near campgrounds?
It was a cool campground.
Where was this?
This is in Grafton.
Oh, out by the prison.
Yeah. So there's
so some of those might have been permanent tattoos.
I mean, these are. It's coming off mostly. The one that I got, I had a Flash one.
One?
Yeah, it was the Flash,
You got a temporary tattoo of the Flash.
That's what they...
The superhero?
Yes.
And you put it on your body?
I put it on my forearm. It's gone now, because it's only temporary.
Mm-hmm.
What, are you too good for that?
Yeah. Listen, I think
See,
that...
this is why I'm glad that he wasn't there, because he wouldn't have enjoyed getting temporary tattoos and playing skee ball.
We had dinner with a couple of friends of ours over the weekend, and we were just kicking it in their backyard, just the four of us and our kids. And his son, who's 4, had a little Spider-Man tattoo on his forearm. One of those rub-on things,
Temporary, if you will.
Our own Bill Squire was walking around with the exact same thing. Just the Flash.
Just the Flash.
On
I
his
mean, not the same DC versus Marvel. But then there were some SpongeBob ones. It was a good time. I got the highest skee ball score. That was nice.
27. How'd you even manage that?
It's I don't know, 240,000, something like that.
No, you did not. You only get 9 balls. Yeah. Isn't the highest thing 10,000?
Yeah.
So how could you get 240,000 if you only got 9 balls times 10,000 is 90,000?
No, 100,000. This one went up to 100,000.
The balls itself.
The score went up to 100,000.
You could. There was a $100,000 hole you could get it in.
Not dollar.
Oh,
points. 100,000 points.
Points.
And then the middle one was those were on the sides. And then there's 50,000, 40,000.
Okay.
So like 10,000 is actually the lowest.
Okay.
That
makes more sense.
I was explaining it wrong. But yeah, I got 240,000. Beat Laura.
Dang.
And so I am the wedding skee ball champion. But the reason I brought it all up is because we were talking about country music, and my son was our designated driver. So he dropped us off, picked us up. I paid him some gas money, and he was listening to country music. And my girlfriend, who likes country music, is Mary's side. And so like we got into this like. My son is a saint for dealing with us.
Oh, hammered too.
We're hammered and just going back and forth about country music. Mm-hmm. And I'm just saying this. I'm like, hey, these are the people that I see out there, and they don't support this and this. And she's like, yeah, but that's not all of them. And I'm like, never said all of them, but it's like it's a lot. And so that was I think
there's some in every group of music fans.
Yeah.
Just that proportionally, you might be able to make the case that country draws a bit more of that fan base.
Yeah.
It's not an indictment of you.
I know.
We know you as an individual.
Yeah.
And, if you know anyone as an individual, you can't, define them by all their choices.
Sure.
But that's a pretty safe bet. By the way, I'm getting texts from people asking about a foot account that you've got and how that's going, and I don't know what they're talking about.
So I've been selling foot pictures for a few months now. santoratoes@gmail.com is the private email you can send to me, and we can discuss. I signed up over the course of us being out the last 3 weeks. I signed up for a feet finder account. Which is just
we didn't find that ring. Let's see if we can find some feet.
Okay, so that's not for like dieting.
It is not.
Like so you can see your toes.
Not so you can see your toes again. No, it's not for diabetics who lose a toe. That's not what that is. No, it's
lose stubborn belly fat at Feet Finder.
So a feet finder is feetfinder.com is essentially OnlyFans, but for feet content only. That's it. So it's
only phalanges.
Yes, it's a foot fetish website. So you can buy and sell foot content on there. And I signed up for an account on there, and it's I haven't sold anything. I've sold a couple things, but
is there a lot more competition there though?
There is a ton of buyers, there's a ton of sellers and not enough buyers.
I see.
So I even had guys.
Too much supply, not enough demand.
Well, it was like the exact opposite of the interactions I've had via email, where these people are searching me out. They know who I am from the show, very eager to get something going. Whereas on this website, guys will message me and be like, "What can you do for me?" Because apparently the numbers are so disproportionate that these guys
can call their own shots.
Crazy entitled on here.
Because they're taking advantage of the laws of supply and demand.
Yeah, so because I think it's like $12 a year to be a seller on there. It's some kind of fees, $1 a month or something like that you sign up for. And then you can put out content. So pictures, videos, whatever. You set a price, and then you can either make it private or public. And then you can also have a monthly subscription fee. So it's like depending on how much you put out, how much content you put out is how good of a deal you're getting on the monthly subscription fee. But it was, I signed up for that like, sales are going to take off after I get on here. And
you're jumping in the ocean over there.
Oh, man, no, these guys don't budge. And you know what I'm finding out?
You better stay in business for yourself over there on the Gmail.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
These guys, there's so many people who are into like meetups, and maybe I'm just naive about sex work in general.
Please, feet-ups,
where they want sessions. They want to pay you for an hour to come use your feet.
Yeah.
Because everything is for sale.
Right, but it's like, and it's ranges. Some guys just want to massage them. Some guys want to come take their own pictures. Some guys want to come have like sexual foot sessions.
Yep.
And I guess I was just dipping my toe into the...
You were taken aback.
Yeah, but I
thought it was going to be a fun little...
I thought it was going to go like my very nice radio listeners have... They've given me a much different experience than what is actually going on out there.
Right.
I felt very naive. I felt very, very naive signing up for this website, that I was like, oh, these people don't care about you. These are like, you are an object.
What did you think it was?
Well, because the people who are reaching out to me via email don't treat me that way.
No, because they know you from the show. show.
Exactly.
Right.
So I was like, oh, this will just be a bigger
Hey, I like
platform.
Mary, and she has feet.
Right.
Yeah.
These people are like, you're an object for my pleasure. How much are you going to
Yes.
give me?
That is what
And
all
I'm like,
sex work
oh,
is.
Oh, boy.
You are an object.
I don't like you.
We're working to make sure sex work isn't objectification.
Oh, 100%.
That's what it all is.
Yeah,
Nothing wrong with it, but that's what it all is.
Yeah, it's a very weird. I was talking to a girlfriend of mine who's also on that website, and she was like, yeah, you basically, if you want to get any kind of traction, you have to spend hours a day messaging dudes. Like just sending out, like cold calling, essentially.
You
where
got to be
just-
thirsty.
You just got to send out messages because otherwise she's like, there's no way to promote yourself. It's not like Instagram where it shows up on a feed or anything like that. Like you have to be sought out in order for people to see your profile. So she's like,
You have to be in the nether regions of the interwebs.
you got to be on there responding, like being flirtatious, doing all these things with these guys.
All
And I'm
things
like,
you don't wanna do.
No,
Nope.
this is not. So that's what. It's there still.
But that's where the...
Sounds like to me that someone's lazy and entitled.
Actually, now that you bring it up.
But that's where the money is.
If you put in the work and
Yeah.
acquiesce to
If
the
you
things that they
earn
want.
the money, there's
Yes.
money to be made.
Yes, there is money to be made based
Yep.
on what you are willing to
But
do.
it is not passive income.
No,
Nope.
no. It is active income. Santoratoes@gmail.com.
What is it again?
Santoratoes@gmail.com.
Oh, boy.
I talked to my family about it. They were asking me about it on vacation. All of them pro it. They were like, hell yeah, make that money, girl. So it was
Did
funny.
you tell them about the suit?
I did not tell them about the suit, but I was interested to see what my very religious family would think about it. And then I realized that they are more poor than anything
Than
else.
religious?
Of course,
So,
yes.
So they are just however
Yes.
you got to make your
And
money.
religious people will rationalize anything at all. So, right.
I thought about making an OnlyFans.
Well, you think about doing a
Why
lot
don't
of
you?
things.
You're single. Do it.
Well,
I told you to make an OnlyFans.
Alan told me to
you
do it.
thought about it. I hectored you to do it.
I thought about it
and you
over-
resisted me at every turn.
I thought about it over the weekend because I told him, I said I had never even sent a D pic before. And he was like, just dive right in and go straight from not sending D pics to just
yeah, show the whole.
doing everything. And I'm like, well, it's going to be like, I'm going to make my OnlyFans worth it. I want people to resubscribe, so I'm doing everything. I'm going to be like a Cody does everything type of dude. And I said, I will only do it if Alan resubscribes every month. He has to be
Does he have to watch it?
He doesn't have to
No,
watch
I said
it.
I wouldn't watch it, but I said if it's $6 a month, I'll do that.
Why don't you just give
I'll
him?
help him out.
$6 a month.
I think
That's
that's
it?
what he said.
Give him $75 a year and just call it quits.
No, that's not the point. I want
He
to know
wants
that I have a reliable
he
customer
wants
no
to
matter
know.
what.
Oh my god.
Except I wouldn't be a customer. I would just be somebody. It would be charity.
Yeah,
It'd be
that's
me
what I'm saying.
donating money to his. It would be because I wouldn't be looking at it. I don't want to see him spread the cheeks.
So if I did that, that wouldn't affect this show. You wouldn't be mad at me for doing some nasty stuff.
Why? As long as it's nothing that you're going to get in trouble professionally with.
Well, that's what I'm asking. That wouldn't get me in trouble professionally if I was
I don't
signing
know.
documents online.
That's not my. Well, that's a whole other thing.
Well, that's what he's saying. He would go that
what-
far.
Yeah.
He's going
How
from the
did he
pound
go-
take to the pound takes.
I told him to do that. He's like, I'm not rude. So why would you finally get to the point where you weren't concerned about the professional aspect of it anymore?
But I am concerned about the professional aspect of it. That's why I have not made one.
Oh.
That's what I was asking you. I said, how you would be okay with me just, signing documents and stuff and recording that, putting that up online?
Yeah, I
And
don't
then-
care. But you don't have to concern yourself with me.
'Cause you know
I'm not the one paying you.
I understand that, but then people would like screenshot it and it was
You
surface
got
on
to
Twitter.
you got to protect your money, son.
Okay. Well, I'll never say
If
that.
you go to management and you go, "Hey, do you guys mind if I'm signing documents?" and they're going to go, "Yeah, we might not really like that." But they
do you have to?
but who knows what they might say?
Did I sign something that says I can't sign
Yeah, I mean,
documents?
you're not under a
Not
contract.
as a part-time employee. You didn't.
Yeah,
I sure didn't.
Bitch, we can
right.
only work 29 hours a week. We're
That's
limited.
right.
They're like,
guess
can
what?
we just
No
put a
benefits.
little iHeartRadio bug in the corner of your pictures?
You only signed me up for 29. Now I'm doing 69. So now,
Hey.
Alan, I could never do what Mary's doing. That's selling your soul to the devil. Okay? 'Cause-
Guys like souls.
All right, let me take a break. If you want to get the last word in, send a text 35192. Guardians pregame is coming up shortly. 7:10 is first pitch tonight downtown against the Twins.